A country rich in history, culture, and incredible architecture. This is Spain. In this episode, we head down the Spanish coast to the beautiful city of Tarragona, checking out some beautiful beachside towns along the way with some Spanish castles. We've done it, we figured out how to drive the manual car, and we are now on the way to Tarragona. So we're gonna go beach hopping, well, coastal town hopping. But this car's so cool, it's pretty cute, it's pretty small, we just fit in, but sunroof, back roof, side roof, wall, windows, everywhere. You can see everything, it's great.
It's got wheels.
And it also has a wheel and a steering wheel, which is essential.
Amazing.
Look at these old buildings.
It's amazing. There's another one up there.
The Spanish coastline is peppered with old ruins, with this Spanish castle being right on the beach. It actually dates back to the 11th century, and the castle is now privately owned and it's often rented out for weddings. So we just rocked up at this beautiful beach with this castle on the background. The beach is very packed though, but we're just going to go park up, have a bit of a swim, and then see how this thing looks from the sky. So we continue down along the coast to the small beachside city of Tarragona. Staying at Hotel Pagal, we scored a beautiful little room with a balcony overlooking the street. And this is our room in Tarragona. Wow.
So nice.
So nice. So I just went down to the street and found out I got a parking fine, 35 euros. That's fun. And then I just had to squeeze the car down this thing. Park it down there for 4 euros. The perks of renting a car. In the middle of Tarragona is an ancient Roman city that was named Tarraco, with most of the old city layout and Roman walls still in place today.
We just found out that nothing's open on a Sunday. The day of the Lord, that's why. To church.
Speaking of church, we're now in the old town of Tarragona, and we're going to go explore these old city and look for the cathedral. So we just paid €5 each to come to this amazing church, and we're the only ones in here. It's 7:30, it closes at 8, but being in this massive place on your own with no one else here, absolutely incredible. It's a big change from yesterday when we were in Barcelona in that church, and it was just packed full of people. Look at this place. Turns out these are old Roman ruins from a Roman temple that was built over 2,000 years ago. So the church was built straight on top of it. Pretty amazing. What the hell is this thing? So we just finished in that amazing church, flew the drone. Definitely recommend going just before closing, because there was no one there. It really felt like, well, not that it felt like you were in heaven, but it felt very.
Now there's a heaven.
It was awesome. It was pretty cool. Highly recommend.
5 years.
5 years. Look at these little laneways. So now we just ended up in a little part of the old town called Quatros, which is where you get a lot of food. And it's busy, but it looks awesome. Someone ordered some wine. So we got red wine and pizza. So Hotel Pagal has like a little sit-down area. It's kind of like a hostel hotel. You got a little kitchen, there's a coffee machine, and you get served hand sanitizer by a Roman soldier. Here we are at the Coliseum of Tarragona. This thing was built almost 2,000 years ago in 3 BC. Apparently they had massive gladiator battles and it was free to the public to just go and watch people just kill each other. So gladiators used to train in pairs and they were mostly slaves that were then trained up to essentially kill each other for people's entertainments. Very similar to the movie Gladiator, which is pretty full on. But yeah, can you just imagine sitting in this massive arena with these beach views, just watching people hack away at each other. Crazy. So this pit below the Coliseum here is where they used to hide animals and extra gladiators and then lift them up into the arena as required.
Roman plastic bag.
Oh yes, dates back to the
12th century.
yeah, 12th century, looks like 12th century, maybe 13th. It's a quick pictorial run through of this Coliseum, how it was made. So what? So, Exhibit A, thank you for the fan action. Exhibit A, just a little farming community on this beautiful beach. Romans came along, built a Coliseum. You can see they've got little nets and they've got little animals that popped up from underground. And then you've got some public executions that used to happen. And then in the 7th century, they'd stopped using gladiator fights and stopped doing gladiator fights and they built a church on top of it. And then that fell into ruins in the 19th century, 12th century, they built another bigger, better church. And then in the 16th century, an even bigger, better church. And then convent. And then in the 19th century, they decided to stick a big dirty prison on top of it. And then that fell into ruin, and then they excavated everything, and it is now what it is you see today, if that makes sense. That's it for the Coliseum. We're now so super hot, we're gonna go walk down the beach and go for a swim. And this is the beach. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty busy, but it's actually beautiful water. Definitely worth going down to after the Coliseum. Also, don't forget to check out the nearby ancient aqueduct. Built over 2,000 years ago by the Romans, this 27-metre high structure is made entirely out of local limestone. Oh, Jesus. So we're just about to head off in our little car, and I think some people are having a fight behind us. It's time to get out of here. Well, that's it for this episode. Join us on the next one where we stay in Pensacola, a fort that was built by the Knights Templar hundreds of years ago.